Overstanding. We back, brother. Peace, King.
How you doing, man?
I'm blessed. Oh,
like
and you know what? I'm gonna just have to say that doing this thing, brother, has been therapeutic for me.
Oh, okay.
I have to let you know, like this art of expression, this dialogue that we create, and this journey towards knowledge. It's been a blessing. So I just want to put that out there, man. But you know, I'm doing well, man. Fresh off the weekend.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Having a Sunday fun day. You know, I managed to wiggle around the town. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, what you do, man?
Oh, man, you know, just went to the choice spots real quick. You know, did a OS State Parliament district tour.
Oh,
you
man.
feel me? You know,
hit the little tour.
I did a little tour real quick. You know.
Okay.
Let the people see my face, man. We outside, you know what I mean? It felt good, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Oakland embraced me, you know what I'm saying? So,
like always.
As always, as usual. So that was love. How about you, brother? How you doing?
You know, I'm doing good. Blessed as always. I mean, I kept it in. You know, well, kept it in? Did a few family events, a little barbecue here. You know, took it to my in-laws' house, and you know, we just kind of kicked it and chilled, and you know, just it was real low
family
key,
time.
It was real family time. I didn't really hit the streets, but I'm planning on doing so because I feel like I've been in the house too long. You know what I mean?
I ain't mad at you. Sometimes you gotta just
sometimes
skedaddle. Okay.
Sometimes.
So you ready to go in?
Let's do it.
Wait. Okay, before we do that, I'm gonna do a couple of things. One is shout out sponsorship.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out Six Kings Entertainment.
ENT.
I'm wearing my brother's brand, ADAP, Another Day, Another Play.
That's clean,
you know
man.
What I'm saying?
I like
Appreciate
that.
you, local black owned, you know what I'm saying? You know, straight out of San Francisco, my bro DJ, you know, holla at him, Another Day, Another Play. So, you know, Conscious Minds for your flower needs.
Definitely.
That's the bros. Please go get Conscious Minds, man. They got all the exclusive, including all the Richie Rich brands. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we on. Forget the fly.
It was fucking bugging me, but yeah, for sure. We on, and let's talk about something that you brought to my attention.
I'm ready, bro.
It's kind of far out.
This is where I'm gonna blow your mind.
Go ahead.
All right, literally, we blowing mine.
Go ahead, man.
We playing brain games out here, okay?
For sure.
It was brought to my attention that our man, that guy Elon Musk.
Oh shit! Oh man.
That guy Elon Musk, man. A lot of people recognize him as this like business mogul, right? He is the leader of Tesla. Mm-hmm. You know, he has the Hyperloop.
He was working on like an underground
speed
tunnel speed train or something.
Maglev technology.
Yep. Go ahead.
Yeah, but most people might not be aware that he's also working on this project called Neuralink.
And what's that?
Okay, Neuralink. Let me see what the
let them know, man. Let me know, because
let me see
when you sent it to me, I was like, hold on. You know, I didn't really look deep into it.
Yeah.
But I saw some kind of like mind controlling, and it had to do with using your mind to do everyday tasks, even possibly driving a car. So
Neuralink is Elon Musk's technology where they are making a brain-computer interface. I'm going to say that again.
Okay.
A brain-computer interface. Okay?
Go ahead.
Now, what this really means is that you as a human being have the technology implanted in your brain that allows communication and information transfer from mind to machine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And this was weird as fuck to me, dog. You know what I mean? It just stood out to me like, whoa, what's going on? And why is technology going to these places? So first, let me just ask, what do you think about Neuralink? Because he's already doing experiments with pigs, and the pigs are responding to the computer interface. It's really interesting. You should look up some
Just
videos.
using their mind.
Just using their mind. But what do you think about this technology, brother?
I will say it's an investment in technology. It's definitely, you know, this. I it seems like that this race to be the first to just do like just the wildest thing possible. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like especially when it comes to technology. Now you know they have these robots that they've been building.
Yeah, I've seen the robots.
Right, and the robots, you know, they're definitely training these robots to like try to do human-like activities.
Yeah.
So it seems like when it comes to technology, they're just looking for the new thing and not really looking at consequences.
Ah, okay,
You know what I mean?
okay. I appreciate you for saying that, blood, because the consequences are the thing that I'm worried about the most. Okay. So that leads me in a direction. Okay. So I just really want to read a caption real quick from Neuralink.com. Okay.
Go ahead.
Neuralink. They say there, we're designing the first neural implant that will let you control a computer or mobile device anywhere you go. Micron scale threads are inserted into areas of the brain that control movement. I'm going to say that again real quick for people who might not have picked that up. Micron scale threads, microscopic scale threads are inserted into areas of the brain that control movement. So I'll just say, okay, it also says each thread contains many electrodes and connects them to an implant and the link. Okay, so I'm nervous about them controlling my movement. And like...
Oh, for sure. That's right, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay.
That's crazy. Like when you put it out like that, it's definitely like, why would I have them implant something in my head where they can possibly like take over my body?
Micron scale threads
because I
are inserted into areas of the brain that control movement.
Basically, they're just trying to get some dumb volunteers to come forward and be like, yeah, I want to be part of science. And
okay,
I don't know, man.
I don't know either, but this is what I do know is that I'm starting to see a pattern here. The pattern that I'm seeing, brother, because I also saw a new article. So you know I'm a car enthusiast.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, I like cars. I like to drive fast. I don't know what to do with my hands. Real ones going to understand what that means. I only know one speed.
Go ahead.
Real ones knows what that means.
Go ahead.
Check the game, blood. Mercedes-Benz said that they're coming out with a mind control car. Mercedes-Benz said they're coming out with a mind control car, blood.
Man.
According to FoxNews.com. Mercedes has an avatar-like mechanism that reads your brain functions, acclimatizes to your brain function. You can control the car, the temperature, the music, the volume. It says Mercedes-Benz demos mind controls in its avatar-inspired car of the future.
So let me ask this: Are they implanting some shit in your brain?
No, it's a device that basically reads patterns or electromagnetic signatures, maybe, or maybe heat patterns to identify.
That's different than. I mean, as long as
this is not like an implant. This is like something that you wear on your head that controls a car. That's what it looks like. But it's called brain computer interface technology, also BCI.
So do you feel like that's? Because I feel like that's not a bad idea. That's actually some fly shit.
You think so?
Coming through, as long as you're not putting the microchip or using microscopic threads as you put it in the last
micron.
Right. What was that? Microscopic threads. Right. Micro-sized threads. Right. So as long as you're not putting that in my head or in my brain, then I'm cool. I don't mind coming through in a. You feel me?
In a whip without
right. Walk outside. I'm like my car just pull up. You feel me?
Ooh, because you got the little wild headband on.
That's actually clean. I would like to see that.
Wow.
I would like
so
to see that.
On one side, brain control with the computer ain't cool, but on the other side, if it's a Mercedes involved, new school tech, and it ain't. This is less invasive, right? Mm-hmm. It's not a surgery that you have to get where a chip is like implanted in your brain. Right.
So when you switch it, when you talk about it like that, it's not invasive. and I'm not doing any kind of surgery, then yeah, why wouldn't I want to pull up, if I had the means to.
Yeah,
it's a fly ass Mercedes.
This is what the FoxNews.com said about it. They said the system uses a device the passenger wears on their head that monitors brain activity, and after a short calibration period, it lets them adjust the navigation, climate control, radio, and other functions with just a thought.
And then you were talking about the Mercedes?
Yes, sir. So with this Mercedes Jazz, right? I said that I was noticing a pattern, right? So I've been aware of this dude named Ray Kurzweil. You ever heard of him?
Nah. Who is he?
Oh man, he's an engineer.
Okay.
He's a futurist.
Okay.
He's an author. He's respected in the community, in the scientific community, for a lot of different reasons.
All right.
He makes these bold predictions. Okay, and so one of his bold predictions came in the form of a book called "The Singularity Is Near." Okay, came out in 2005. In this book, he basically said that there's going to be coming a time soon, very soon, where artificial intelligence goes to such a point where artificial intelligence will surpass the knowledge base of all humanity. And there's going to be a time where humans and machines mold and meld together.
What do you mean mold and meld together? Right? What do you
similar to what I'm saying with Neuralink, where there's a symbiotic kind of relationship between human beings and machines, where we're integrating ourselves with machines, bionic people, essentially, blood.
I mean, that's some
bionic people, blood.
I mean, that's crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised because they're already making robots and they're trying to make robots do cartwheels and backflips and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised about this. You feel me? But let me talk about something else that came across my desk.
Hold on. I just really want to ask you, blood. We talk about mind control. We talk about singularity. We talk about all of this humanity shifting kinds of things, right? And we ain't had no computer chips, stuck into our brains or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm not.
I'm just saying, bro. Do you have a reaction to the proposed singularity? Would you get the chip?
No, come on now. For what? So that I can control a robot? For why would I want to control a robot? For what?
Well, you talking about what Neuralink is doing, but I'm talking about what Ray Kurzweil is saying. This is past just controlling a mobile device or a computer. This is what I imagine for real is that scene in the Matrix.
Which one?
That scene in the Matrix, blood, where he was like, I need to learn Kung Fu. And the dude uploaded the shit and he was and then he knew how to do Kung Fu in under 25 seconds. You know what I mean? And he was proficient. He was badass at that shit, right?
Right.
Is that where we're going? Where we can download a program and add to our ability? And are people excited about that or nervous about that?
Yeah, that is some far out stuff, but I see what you're saying, and I don't think so. I don't think you would get people. It's hard to get a massive amount of people. Well, I won't say it's hard, but there will be some resistance. But to get a lot of people to get a chip implanted in their head, it's gonna be hard. Then again, it's gonna be hard. Let me just put it like that.
Man, what if they seeing people doing shit like mental calculations that's crazy, where they making hella money on the stock market because they got the chip, and they you know what I mean, or excelling in business Because they got the chip.
But then again, you don't know. Like, it's all comes down to consequences with me, and like, or I'll say side effects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what are the side effects of getting this chip implanted in my head? Now,
do they got a back door where they can start controlling
your
movements? Like,
I mean, that's my thing. That's
Manchurian candidate.
Hey, right, that kind of thing. And it's like, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people won't want to be a part of that. So I just think it's, it is an advance in technology. But at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, I'm not trying to be a part of it. It's cool, you know. I would like to be a part of it if it's doesn't require me putting a chip in my head.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying, and how things are trying to be like the Matrix. You know,
yeah.
The world is already kind of like the Matrix, and you know, things are you know, the way things and laws and policies are put in place is designed to have you move a certain kind of way. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
So
okay. So that I appreciate you going a little bit deeper for me on that situation.
Oh yeah, man.
So talk to me, bud. What's next? What's up?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. I was you know, perusing the net.
For sure.
And I came across this article about how a former DA is being indicted. You know.
Okay.
For the
that don't usually happen.
Definitely don't usually happen.
That was easy.
That's definitely not something that happens all the time. But she's connected with the death of Ahmad Aubry.
Remind me about the Ahmad Aubry case. Is this?
So Ahmad Aubry was a young, you know, gentleman. You know, may he rest in peace. You know, condolences always to his family. I hope.
Salute.
I hope his family, you know, finds peace and is able to move on and able to, you know, get some kind of reparation for the death of their loved one. But you know, from what I understand about the situation, it was you know a guy jogging, and you know he sees probably a new structure. There was a building, a house maybe, you know, that you can tell some construction going on. He went in and he took a peek, and you know, came out and continued jogging, and 2 guys or 3 guys, you know, because there was one guy that was filming. So 3 guys were following him and basically accusing him of stealing something, and they killed the boy. Or the man. I won't even call him boy, they killed the man, you know, and he was just jogging, you feel me?
Wow.
So it comes to find out that, you know, a DA who was connected to that case,
How so?
know, her name was Jackie Johnson.
How is she connected?
She was the district attorney.
Okay.
You know, for Brunswick, I think that's the area, you know, where it happened.
So
but
she got arrested?
yeah.
What'd she get arrested for?
That's what I'm about to go into that. You feel me? I'm about to go into that.
Oh shit!
You know, her name is Jackie Johnson, former Brunswick DA. You know, she has been indicted for the violation of her oath as a public officer and obstructing and hindering a law enforcement officer in relation to the investigation into the death of Ahmad Aubry. You know, so basically, you know, using her position to, you know, to shield people. Or protect certain people, namely the killers of Ahmad Aubry.
Okay.
And what they're saying, she's accused, you know, of showing favor and affection to Greg McMichael, you know, and knowingly and willfully hindering officers by directing Travis McMichael should be placed under house arrest. That he shouldn't be placed under house arrest, you know. So she's using her position of power, you know, to get these guys off the hook. And if you don't know who Travis and what's his name? And what did I say? I said Travis and Greg McMichael, they are 2 of the 3 men accused of killing Ahmad Aubry.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
So she was in a position of power, and she was basically using her position of power to protect these gentlemen, knowing that these men, they just murdered that kid.
You know what it made me think about?
What? Let me know.
It made me think about how many DAs is out here
Right.
doing little favors
Right.
or side deals or shuffling papers past on certain cases just because of the personal relationships. You know what I mean?
And I heard that. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I
No,
heard
good.
that, you know, if I'm not mistaken, the gentleman, I wouldn't call him a gentleman, the men who fucking killed Ahmad Aubrey, they had some law. One of them, I think it's Greg, if not Travis McMichael,
retired law enforcement.
Right.
I remember this.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like they're already in the system, and because of how the system is designed, where the district attorney for that area, that state, or wherever, when they investigate, crime or whatever it is, they work with these police officers. So they know them. They've worked with them for years, right?
Intimately.
You know what I mean? So she's out here trying to protect them, knowing like they flat out just killed this man. Yeah. And all he was doing was jogging. And it just, it just brings back a whole lot of like frustration of how, black people are treated in this country. You know what I mean? And how, it's just that time and time it's the same thing happening, and you will still be surprised that some people will say, "Oh, that doesn't exist in my world," or that doesn't happen. That's just fake news, or he was a thug, or he shouldn't. Like if you look at this clown, Larry Elder.
Uh-oh.
Larry fucking Elder. I don't know if y'all know who Larry Elder is. But Larry Elder is definitely, he's trying to do the recall, and he's the #1 Republican candidate to be a California state governor. So they're doing a recall. They're about to do a vote. I don't know when this airs, but either they're about to do a vote or they already did a vote. But
I think it's September 14th. But
that's tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So, this dude, he's if you just look at his background, he says that slave owners should get reparations for lost property.
Yeah, I heard about this.
You know what I mean?
I heard about this dude. He also said that he wouldn't have voted for civil rights if it would have had any kind of impact on free business in this country. And
he's just a...
So he was like, businesses should be able to continue to segregate, or businesses should be able to continue practicing slavery or whatever.
But you just have people like that it just brings back a
power grab.
Right. It's just and we have these what would I call them? These Larry Elder. I don't know how to classify them, because they're trying to be accepted by another group of people so bad that they're willing to sell their people. They're willing to do whatever.
They call them coons or sellouts or other derogatory names.
Man,
and hey, to each his own, man. Mr. Elder, if you're listening to this podcast, be open to some different perspectives.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. I mean, come on.
But
he knows exactly what he's doing. Like he's a black man. He knows exactly what's going on. He's just put in here to try to change the narrative.
This is all chess. This is all political chess. Okay?
It is.
But when you talked about that, it made me think about this as like a Republican power grab, and so it made me also think about this other thing that I'm gonna transition us into, which is the power grab by Australia.
Speak on that.
Do you know that Australia is going through the worst lockdown that they've ever experienced?
Caused by what?
Allegedly caused by the vid.
Oh man.
Gotcha, bitch.
Man.
Yeah.
The
vid.
Wasn't Australia like the one area that was like did all the proper precautions and everything?
New Zealand was. New Zealand was
a neighboring country.
Yeah, shout out to all my folks on the west side and the east side of Australia, and everybody in the middle, especially my Aborigines, original people that was from there. Shout out the memory of the Tanzanians, the island off the coast and that whole massacre, and shout out New Zealanders, Maori tribes, all that shit, man.
For sure,
you know what I'm saying? All the natives, man. But Australia's on a lockdown, dog. Australia's put the clamps on, man. Australia is nobody going outside.
Oh, you can. Oh, wow. Like
nobody
that.
doing.
Like,
according to Al Jazeera, I had to find this. This is one of the things that really
shout out to Al Jazeera. I like Al Jazeera.
Shout out to Al Jazeera, even though y'all are part of the large media structure as well.
For sure.
Y'all are part of the apparatus. But it was interesting to me, brother, that there has been so much happening outside of the country that we're not hearing about. But I went on Al Jazeera to find out that the headline says, literally a war. Australia state goes into COVID lockdown. Here's the under caption. New South Wales increases fines for people breaching lockdown rules in the state, with police fining people up to $3,700 on the spot.
Damn.
Australia's most populous state, New South Wales, went into a snap lockdown on Saturday as COVID cases continue to surge. The order comes as locally transmitted infections jumped by 466 over the previous 24 hours in the country's most populous state. So they are saying, to minimize movement and protect communities from the evolving COVID situation, stay-at-home orders will be introduced for all of the regional NSW from 5 p.m. tonight. So I just want to say this, man. Power grabs are happening for a disorder, a virus that had a 99% recovery rate, where there are alternative treatments that, really have some efficacy. Ivermectin is off the counters, you know what I mean?
But I heard, what is that? The ivermectin?
Yeah, the ivermectin, that shit that Joe Rogan used, in addition to high vitamin dose IV drips.
It's ivermectin. What's it called again?
Ivermectin.
Ivermectin, right?
Ivermectin.
If it's that, right? Is that the horse tranquilizer?
Originally, it was a horse tranquilizer, and they reformulated it for human consumption. And so there are two different types.
Wow.
And he wasn't taking the horse dewormer like the mainstream media wants you to think. And there are so many doctors that speak to the usefulness of, they call it off-label uses, right? So these are uses that have extreme efficacy, but it's not what it's automatically prescribed for. I think SSRIs are a good example of that.
Well, going back to ivermectin.
Yeah, go back to ivermectin.
Well, we're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to that because I got
what you got to say about Australia?
Let's go on a little pause. Let's go on a little break, and we'll come back to me telling you what I think about ivermectin.
Okay.
All right, brother.
Tap in with the music, man. Easy Banks on YouTube. EASYBANX.
Tap in.
Let's go. Yeah, dog. Ivermectin, dog.
Yeah, ivermectin.
Yeah, ivermectin.
So what I heard about ivermectin, I heard, man, it's a little shady to that. So you may want to do a little more research on that one. I heard.
What'd you hear?
I don't know. I heard it was. You know what? I just heard that it was. Some possible falling out, fainting, and possibly dying from the shit.
Okay, you talking about side effects?
No, I'm just talking about hearsay. All these I would say those who opinionated articles.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it has any science backing to it. But I'm just gonna leave it at that. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
But basically,
listen.
but let me say this though. My bad.
Okay.
Let me say this though. They're definitely, if you do know that there is an alternative, why not? And you don't want to take the route that's being pushed in front of you, then you have every right to do that. That's just my stance on it.
I respect that.
I'm
gonna just say this. Shout out to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan been talking shit about the vaccine for a long time, been hesitant for a long time, caught the vid, beat the shit with alternative treatments. And when I keep saying alternative treatments, I just want to say that the reason I'm driving that home is because the Emergency Use Act that authorized these vaccines to even be used and released to the public without the trials or the necessary measures to make sure that it's safe long term, the Emergency Use Act is predicated or built off of the assumption that there are no alternative treatments. And this dude beat the shit with alternative treatments. Dig? Ivermectin was one of them. Monoclonal antibodies was another one. High dose vitamin C and zinc was another one. Vitamin packs, you dig? As well as isolation. And I think, he was generally healthy in general. But,
right, okay, so.
But, for him to knock that shit out in a few days, man, it says something. But when I heard about, when I heard about the Australia shit, man, when I found it on Al Jazeera, something occurred to me that I brought up. Why aren't we hearing more about how other countries are addressing COVID? Why aren't we hearing about lockdowns in Australia that seem to be draconian on mainstream media? They're not talking about this shit on Fox News or CBS News or ABC News or NBC News. They're not talking about what India is doing and has been doing, or what Cuba, who is recognized in the world as a leader in medicine, what they're doing. Like if I ask you, in any of the news that you've consumed, have you, in the last year or so, how much have you heard, if you can give me a percentage, how much have you heard about other countries and what they're doing to address this whole vid situation?
I mean, it's like 20% or maybe 30%, but that's, I know why though.
Tell me why.
And I feel like it's because of location and where you get your news from.
Okay.
Now, I actually find out what's happening in certain countries because I have interest in that country. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So I would now go and seek an outlet that's, when I get to their news, when I get to their media outlet, it's just designed specifically for the country. So when you mentioned CBS and NBC and Fox and all of them, I mean, it's by design because most of their programming is based around America, and what's happening in America. And if it's not directly affecting America, they don't really care about reporting it. So, but all news outlets are a bit biased, because of just the way that they operate. And, how, for whatever reasons, they may show favoritism in some areas. Maybe it's a specific person or a corporation or whatever it is.
I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I look on shit like MSN, and I'm tired of seeing on the front page of the news, man, salacious shit about bitches in bikinis and Kim K and the Kardashians. It's like 3 different articles about Kardashians, about another celebrity relationship. It's about salaciousness. It's not about what the world is doing. And I think that that's being presented to me for a reason. And I just want folks to kind of be aware, like, as y'all consuming, why is it lopsided when it's just talking about what we're doing, when we're in a global community, when this thing came from China allegedly, right? We're in a global community, but we're not getting global information. And that to me is suspect.
Right. I mean, well, yeah, it is. But I'll just, to add to that, I would say, just you have to go out there and seek it.
Okay.
And you have to
which is why we're here.
Right. Go out there and seek the information. Go and look at different media outlets, and don't just focus on one outlet, because then you're only going to get one side of the story. You're only going to get it from their perspective.
Okay, so let's get the other side of the story on this other suspect shit, bro. Talk to me about Texas, man.
Oh yeah, man. Let me tell you about Texas. You know how Texas gets.
Tell me about Texas.
So Texas,
bro, I love Texas, by the way.
I love Houston.
A matter of fact, let me just shout out. Hold on, let me just shout out and say that I'm an honorary Oak Cliffian. Okay, and for those that know, y'all know. You feel me? So from East Oakland to Oak Cliff, you dig? You know what I'm saying? Shout out my loved ones, man. You know, free the guys too. You know what I mean?
I mean, I love Houston. I love Dallas. Every time I go out there, I have a great time. So, but Texas as a state in a whole, y'all tripping. You know? They
Tripping?
Yeah.
What you mean?
They recently
they stayed open during the vid. They stayed up.
They tripping.
They tripping.
They tripping, man.
What they tripping off now?
They tripping off of the ban, the abortion ban.
What is the abort? Is it a ban?
It's basically making it illegal to get an abortion if the woman happens to be 6 months. So if you're 6 months pregnant, then you cannot. It's illegal to get an abortion. And not only that, it has this like vigilante incentive built in where, you know, a random individual can sue a facility administering abortion, and they can win up to like $10,000.
What?
Fact.
Say that again.
Like a random dude, like you, me, whoever, if we just feel like, oh, we catch a facility, you know, doing abortions, we can sue them, and we'll win.
Wow. I want to make a correction. I'm sorry, I just had to look it up because I was concerned, but they say it's 6 weeks.
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Months.
That's what I said.
Okay.
If I said 6 months, then, you know, I meant 6 weeks. But yeah, and
6 weeks.
And the problem with that is because, you know,
some people might not even know.
Bam.
Some people might not.
Not only that, it's like, why are you policing women's bodies? Why are you trying to control what a woman do with her body?
Wait. Are you saying that people's bodies are like sovereign places and that they should make decisions about what they're putting inside their bodies?
Yes.
You trying to say like you as a human being of right mind, sound mind should be able to say like what happens to your body, like what surgeries take place, or I agree. So I'm gonna just pause and reminisce about something that we presented talking about the My Alpha 21 where they was doing hysterectomies. We talked about eugenics in this thing where they doing like sterilizations that were unwanted as well as really undisclosed because they were doing this shit, you know, under the guise of other surgical procedures. But like this is strange that this thing keeps coming up where people's bodies and choices ain't necessarily theirs no more because the state said so.
Yeah, it's been like that for a while, and it's going to continue, unfortunately. And if you choose to fight against it, then you'll be labeled the crazy one.
I mean,
you'll be labeled the outcast. You'll be labeled the outlier. You'll be labeled the one that's tripping.
I will say,
you know, I mean, I understand where you're going with it.
No, I will say, what's crazy in a crazy world, man?
Nothing.
If you standing up for something that you feel like is righteous, is that crazy or is that just going against status quo?
Depending on the situation, some would say both.
Yeah,
it all depends.
Okay,
but yeah, I just feel that, you know, that's fucked up. That, you know, they're putting out, you know, law basically stopping women from getting abortions, and it's like, why? Like if like women can have abortions for many reasons. Like, what if it's rape? What if it's, you know, whatever? Like, what if she just doesn't want the baby?
What if she changes her mind?
I'm sorry.
What if she changes her mind?
What if she changes her mind? It's as simple as that. Oh shit! Oh shit! And for them to pass a law to say that you're not allowed to do this, it's so fucked up, and it made me think. It shows you where we're going.
It made me think that people are just gonna be bouncing out of Texas to go get their surgical procedures done like they already been doing. Because shout out to all the girls in Texas with the fake asses and fake titties. Love y'all too. You know what I'm saying? But you know they going out of state. They going out the country sometimes for these surgical procedures.
Or those who can afford it, they just doing it illegal, like in a dangerous way.
Those who can afford it include those people who got PPP loans and EDD. Okay. Since we gonna go there, man, right. That to me is like what the fuck. So take me into the what the fuck moment.
This what the fuck moment is This one is crazy. This one is crazy for me. So I read an article about police officers are now playing copyrighted music while they are being filmed by the public.
Say that again, bro.
Police officers, if they're out there and they're conducting whatever they're doing, and if they're arresting somebody, if they're, administering brutal force, if you're recording them, they want to start playing copyrighted music, in hopes that it triggering the social media anti-piracy filters, which would theoretically delete the video.
So you saying that cops are playing music while they're being recorded,
right,
so that it don't go on YouTube and expose them for their racist or unjust or inappropriate or excessive behavior?
No, facts. Facts.
That was easy.
The thing is that it's crazy because they think that by doing this, they're able to, hide or kind of find a loophole to get around the bullshit that they be doing.
Man, they sound like they trying to get over.
They definitely trying to get over.
Hey, look, just wait till Taylor Swift get to that second verse and then elbow him and step on his neck. You know what I mean?
Facts, like that's what they're doing. Like it's crazy that this is how like far out they're willing to think, or this is how far out they're willing to do, just so they can be like pieces of shit. So it's just so they can like abuse the power, their position. You know?
Yeah. I'm not going for it. I'm not going for it, bro.
I'm
not going for it, man. As soon as they start playing Taylor Swift, man, do your job. Turn that music off, man. And be recorded in silence.
Or just
I'm calling them out on that shit.
Oh yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Put your phone down and do your job. And do it in an appropriate way.
It's just crazy that they'll even think to do some shit like this, and that just lets me know like look at the people. These are the people that's supposed to be protecting the community. Look what they're trying to do, because the only reason why you would want to do that is to hide something,
to get the space to do something inappropriate,
exactly,
and not be held accountable.
Thank you. So it's like, why go through all this stress?
I know why.
You feel me?
I know why.
Bruh.
I know why.
Why?
Because it's in them, not on them. Because it's in their heart. Because some people just have agendas that they've bought hook, line, and sinker. And so with that being said, man, let me go into the metaphysical moment.
Yeah, go into it, man. Go into it. Go into it.
Easy metaphysical moment, man. So for y'all that don't know, the metaphysical moment is we're just gonna go into the abstract or the symbolism or the higher levels, the things that you don't see or that may go over your head, the ether, the things that influence your life, the things that influence your experience, but you might not be paying attention to it. So I just want to say, man, metaphysical moment is, don't fall for the Matrix tricks. Right now, oh man, y'all need to do some research, man. But right now, as we speak, man, the Matrix movie Legacy is about to release Matrix Resurrections. You seen it?
Yeah, I saw a little trailer for that.
Okay, so what I'm gonna say is, guess who filmed it? Guess who made it?
Who?
It's not the Wachowski brothers.
Who made it?
It's the Wachowski sisters.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, both of the brothers transitioned into women.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. And
Wow.
some people say that there is a story behind why they transitioned and why they may have changed their identity. And I just want people to do a little bit of research. But anyways, don't fall for the Matrix tricks.
I see where you can.
Don't
saw what you did there.
Don't fall for the Matrix tricks. Like when we hear about science that is one-sided, censored, curated, weaponized, we need to start thinking about whether or not we falling for the Matrix tricks. In the Matrix movie, human beings were batteries for the machines. In this episode, we talked about the singularity, where man and machine do this. I don't know if you remember. You remember in Star Trek, they had these episodes dedicated to the Borg.
No, I wasn't a big Star
The
Trek
Borg.
fan.
Okay, well I was. Trekkies, holla.
Okay.
The Borg in Star Trek Next Generation were these half man, half machine things. Integrated human beings. Is that predictive programming? I don't know. It could be. But what I'm saying is, we talked about the singularity, where it's more of a possibility, that Matrix scenario, where mind and man is connected to machine, and that's your reality. And the other real reality is you just a battery now for this machine thing, this AI thing.
So don't fall for it.
Don't fall for the Matrix.
Get about the
tricks.
Matrix. I mean, I feel like a lot of people are already in the Matrix.
Yeah, and it's time to take the red pill.
But they feel like they bask in the Matrix. They feel like this is home for them.
Just like the dude in the Matrix that was like, yeah, I know the steak is fake, but put me back in and make me somebody important.
Exactly.
Because some people just want the bullshit experience.
Yep.
So I say this all the time, right?
Yep.
And I want to say this to our listeners, man. And please support. Hit the like button. Subscribe.
Yes, please.
But I want to say this to our listeners. Everybody can't fit on the lifeboat, man. This is for those with eyes to see and ears to hear. And so with that being said, man, don't fall for the Matrix tricks. There are a lot of things that are happening in front of you that really are based on smoke and mirrors.
Oh, facts.
They're based on false narratives.
Facts.
They're based on spin doctor kinds of information. And I just want y'all to have y'all third eye open all the time.
Right.
So with that being said, my brother, let's close this thing out.
Yeah, that overstanding.
Overstanding.
My guy. You feel me?
Yeah.
Shout out to 16G.
Shout out 16.